Hey guys, it's Chris. Today I'm here to share with you the private resale timeline for selling your property. If you're looking at this video, you're probably thinking about transacting your property and would like to understand this timeline more. So allow me to quickly share with you in terms of the timeline. So at the start state, you will be conducting viewing for your property, and thereafter, if let's say a successful buyer who really liked the unit and have negotiated and you guys have agreed on the price to transact, as well as the other terms and conditions, for example, what is the completion date, as well as also the extension stay that you will be looking at, all these will be negotiated prior to the OTP. So let's just say in a scenario whereby the OTP has been issued to the buyer after receiving 1% from the buyer. After a buyer receives 1%, they have 14 days, they will be required to go and do their LO. Once they are ready, they will visit the law firm to exercise and sign it off. Once they sign it off, they will be 4%. Let me write it in black because let me share a little bit more of what this 4% is. So this 4% will be payable. Just to take note, there is two scenarios. One scenario, you will be paid to the seller's law firm to hold it on our behalf. You also can ask for this 4% to be paid to you, but everything must be read in writing inside the OTP itself. Thereafter, the completion period 8 to 12 weeks. This ranges from 8 to 12 weeks, and the reason why it is so is because you need to take a look at your bank loan, the LO that you have signed previously, whether the redemption period for sale is 12 weeks or 8 weeks. So let's just say that we take the average of 10 weeks over here, and thereafter the completion. On the day of completion, you will be receiving 99%, as we chose 4% to be held by our law firm. So this 99% will be returned back to you in a check form after deductions of all your outstanding loan, as well as also your CPF usage and other peripheral fees that you will be paying. Let's just say that in this scenario, the buyers actually granted a period for extension stay. For example, they granted you to have a 3-month extension stay period. So after that, you will need to move out during this period. So during this extension stay period, is a standard market practice whereby the seller will be paying for the utilities, difference in property tax, MCST fees. So everything will be prorated accordingly for 3 months. Let's put it into a context whereby putting some dates here so that you have a better understanding how it's going to work. Let's take it for example that actually you have granted the OTP on 1st of April, and thereafter you have 14 days, which is 15th of April, the buyer will exercise the purchase. Let's just say that we put an average of 10 weeks for completion. The completion will be on 24th of June, and the 3 months extension stay has been granted to us. We will need to vacate the property itself on 24th of September. In the private resale timeline, there's a lot of flexibility. For instance, the option period may be more than 14 days. For this completion period may not necessarily be just the standard market practice of 10 weeks. It could be more, but then just to take note, minimally it must be 8 weeks and is dependent of your bank loan redemption period. I hope that the private resale timeline have give you more clarity in terms of how to sell your property and what's the timeline that you will be expecting. Having said that, when you are selling your property itself, you are probably also looking to purchase your next property. Or are you going to rent another unit? Or are you going to move back with your family? There's many elements to look at when you're transacting your property. The timeline actually is one of the key components that you need to understand so that you have a better way forward plans. This is just a private resale timeline that is presented to you. So if you'd like to know more and like to know how to merge with your purchasing timeline, or rather other permutations that you are looking at when you're selling your private property, do reach out to your favorite real estate agent, or you can contact me at 9009-2050. Look forward to hear from you to help you to transact your properties.